This is what it takes to make a Hollywood blockbuster. Or is it? I'm replacing my cameras, mics, lights, editing software, and tripods for the smallest iPad I could find. This thing is the length of 4.5 AirPods. I have the next day to create an entire film sequence. The only rule? I have to script, plan, film, and edit the entire thing on iPad mini. If this film ends up being good, I'll finally have the confidence to create videos without the urge to get all these expensive cameras. When I was 7 years old, I got my first iPad. From that day, I was glued to the screen, whether it was gaming or watching TV or most importantly, making videos.
Hi, I'm Kaya Spoon.
I'd always blame my horrible videos on having to work on a tiny low-power iPad. But is that really true? Is equipment actually more important than imagination? Well, after 8 whole years, I'm finally putting that to the test. I'm using Apple Notes for the writing, which is a bit clunkier, but it'll do. Okay, I'm finally finished writing. I'll be doing a spin-off of one of those 3 AM horror movies, but I won't spoil too much of it. It's time for probably the hardest part of the entire process, filming. Of course, I'm not using this one. This is for the behind the scenes. I don't have a tripod, so that I have to do. Interior evening room. Kais lies in bed, agitated, eyes open. Kais decides to exit the room. The night vision for this camera is terrible, so I've turned this on slightly for an overhead light. Interior evening kitchen. Fridge door opens, zoom in shot of chocolate. Kais gets a plate, returning, chocolate is gone. Next shot. Lights flicker strangely, disappears one by one. Books flicker as well, until suddenly, for the size of the camera, the quality is actually really good. I promise this isn't an ad, I don't have enough subscribers for that anyway. With all the footage shot, our next hurdle is editing. I normally use Premiere Pro, an advanced platform that can create cool effects like this. Pretty cool, right? But on the iPad, none of the apps come close. I've resorted to using this app that's been named the best for iPad editing, but it's still far from what I can do on computer. And then I ran into a huge problem. This shot in the fridge is way too blurred. We can't use any of this footage. So I used tape to prevent the camera from fogging up and had to redo the whole thing. Perfect. You won't notice this on camera, but my tablet was heating up so much from all the processing. It's like I'm touching the sun. But after a whole hour, my hands saw so much. After a few final touches, the final 45-second scene was better than I expected. Obviously, the quality is not the best in the world, but for being generated completely on iPad, I think it was a good effort. If you want me to remake this 1-for-1 with everything I have now, subscribe. In the meantime, watch this video where I try to make an entire movie in 1 hour.